y el himno nacional de Argentina.
Seven of them play in Italy. 6 went to the finals in '96 when the average age of the team was just 22. The feeling in Argentina was that the nucleus of that side should be kept together.
That average age, incidentally, while it was 22 and 9 months, it's now 23 and 6 months. And I think that extra experience is really telling here in Guatemala 2000 compared to their performances in Spain 4 years ago. They did lack experience in Spain, there's little doubt about that. Plenty of enthusiasm, but they really were let down when it came to the big matches. And the fact that so many of them are back now, I think that has served them well.
Let's have a look at the teams then, starting with Russia. They came to Guatemala as European champions and easily won through to the second stage with 3 straight wins. YERÖMENKO has scored a staggering 119 goals in 61 futsal internationals.
No surprise to the starting 5 there for Russia. It's as they have been throughout the earlier matches.
Here's the Argentinian squad. As we mentioned, they've retained the nucleus of that squad who went to the finals in Spain. Hernan Garcias is the top scorer so far with 4 goals. 2 wins and 1 defeat against Spain in their 3 first round fixtures.
And once again, Argentina starting with the 5 who have started their recent matches against Spain and Cuba.
So we're all set to get underway. Russia playing in the white shirts, attacking from left to right. Really forceful side, very quick side. They were impressive when they had their first look at El Domo yesterday to do some training. It was a short, sharp session, and ЄРÖМЕНКO, number 2, was particularly impressive. His finishing even in training was outstanding. So away we go then. The first fixture in Group A in the second phase of Futsal 2000. And it's ЄRÖMENKO who's quickly on the ball here for Russia. You can expect the Russians to play with great pace. Net-nonsense challenge coming in there, though. Argentinians really mean business. Gonzalez getting across there to get in the tackle. Marking. Arbitr, now ЄRÖMENKO. Varishnikov. Already good movement from Russia. ЄRÖMENKO. Russia have the kick in. Don't forget, no throw-ins in futsal. The idea is to keep the game flowing as quickly as possible. It's a kick in unless the goalkeeper bowls the ball out from what would have normally been a goal kick. First opportunity for Argentina to get forward with Hernan Garcias. Planas now. Gonzalez on the edge of the D. Garcias, Gonzalez. Carlos Sanchez. Good work by Carlos Sanchez. Important block that by Varishnikov, the Russian skipper. And here come Russia again, trying to inject a little pace with Arbitr. ЄRÖMENKO. Great skill by ЄRÖMENKO, and he was obstructed there. Referee raising his left arm to indicate that it was obstruction. Don't forget that in futsal, the 6th foul is penalised with a penalty from the 10-metre mark.
I'm going to be interested to see the different styles of play by both of these sides. I think we can expect to see Russia hang on to the ball a lot longer, pass the ball around, a more patient approach, and the flair of the South Americans from Argentina, they'll probably run the ball much more than the Russians.
Interesting tactic here by the Russians. They've got a player actually standing on the goal line. Free kick there from ЄRÖMENKO was driven against the wall. A staggering record ЄRÖMENKO has got. He scored 10 goals in 5 games in the European Championships last year. And in 61 games for his country, he scored 119 goals, including 3 in these championships. Sander, the Argentinian goalkeeper, charging out of his goal area. Goalkeepers, of course, are allowed to come out of their D. As long as they don't handle the ball, they can act as the extra outfield player. ЄRÖMENKO did well to find Arbitr. It's a positive opening, this, by the Russians, Mike.
Yes, they're getting a lot of the ball, passing it around. But as I mentioned, just watch for Argentina. When they have an opportunity, they will run the ball quickly down the field. And Gonzalez is the key to their game, really, the number 6. Watch for him.
Here's Planas. Gonzalez well forward, as is Garcias. $14 players in a futsal squad. Argentina have come here with just 2 goalkeepers. The Russians already making a switch. They do have this habit of keeping players on for a couple of minutes, then changing the routine. They get 2 or 3 players off at once. They try to maintain the tempo throughout. Short, sharp sessions on the pitch, and that was the case in training yesterday. It was all geared towards speed. Futsal is all geared towards speed. Players who are quick and have ability on the ball. Kachuk getting forward. Kick into Russia. Agafonov. Now Kachuk. Russia coached by Mihhail Bondare. He was the coach of Dina Moscow, and significantly 11 of the players in the squad are with the Dina Moscow club. seven-time champions of Russia. It really mirrors what happens in the 11-a-side game in the Ukraine with Dynamo Kiev. And their coach, Valery Lobanovsky, who, of course, was in charge of the Ukrainian national team for a number of years. The idea is that if the players are comfortable together at club level, they're comfortable together when they're playing internationally.
Gonzalez going over the top of Denisov, the goalkeeper, and took some sort of blow. That was a dangerous moment for the Russians.
Gonzalez just leaving his foot in there, I think. Well, it was actually a question of not being able to put the brakes on quickly enough. Surface is rubber on top of wood, and then Gonzalez's momentum took him into the D and also straight into Denisov, Oleg Denisov, player of the year in Russia last season. Brazilian supporters already in eager anticipation of their game, their opening fixture in the second phase, which is coming up after this. That's Brazil against Egypt. 4 games here in El Domo this afternoon. It's a busy day.
When you consider the presence of Brazil in this group, it really makes this match very, very important indeed. There's also Egypt in the group, and I would suggest that Egypt probably is the weak link. Brazil almost certain to go through to the semi-finals, probably with the winner of this.
An important game for Argentina, important game for Russia, the European champions. Russia against Brazil could be quite a game because they're very different in style. Kachchuk. Ball was taken away from Arkady Bilay. I know that Bilay has impressed you during the championships, the first phase of the championships. Very quick and nimble player.
Yes, futsal, it does breed not only the small players. We've seen throughout the tournament some very tall players who are exceptional as well, but it does seem that players like Bilay, Gonzalez from Argentina as well, these short, speedy players are very, very dangerous. And I think Bilay is one of the keys to the Russian side, just as Gonzalez is to Argentina.
It's Planas on the ball, though, for Argentina here, and Argentina have scored the first goal. Argentina in front. Esteban Gonzalez is the goal scorer. It's his first goal at these championships, but what a lift that has given Argentina. Garcia, the creator, just feeding the ball through to Planas. And Gonzalez there inside the D to apply the finishing touch. But there are problems here for Argentine because Planas has now gone down hurt, just feeling his ribcage. But a great start for Argentina.
Well, we've spoken at length about Gonzalez, the effect he has on the game. I was going to make the point that he's not necessarily a goal scorer. He's the man who normally sets them up. But, well, he certainly has set up a lot of goals throughout, and he's deserved to get on the board, and he's done that right here. An important goal to start the match coming in the 5th minute.
So Argentina have the lead, and that's where the player off the ball, Planas, was hurt just before Gonzalez put the ball in the net. Just took a crack on the ribs as he squared the ball across the face of goal. But he was rewarded for his effort. Gonzalez giving Argentina the lead. His first goal in these championships. Nicely done. And there was a rash challenge there by Vrishnikov. It was a cynical attempt to hold on to Gonzalez there, who's already very prominent for Argentina. Vrishnikov, the skipper, vastly experienced. He's now aged 32. Youngest player in this Russian squad is age 24. Alec Berov on the break forward now for Russia. Here's Vrishnikov. Alec Berov again. Now ЄРÖМЕНКO, who's got such a phenomenal goal-scoring record. Terrific work by ЄRÖMENKO. And that was a vital interception by Carlos Sanchez. Russia beginning to raise the tempo. Alec Berov released by ЄRÖMENKO. ЄRÖMENKO, a goal scorer, but also a creator. Oleg in trouble, and there's another break on here for Argentina. They have an extra man wide. Another chance, but a great save by Denisov. Did well there to deny Garcia's. Excellent goalkeeping by Denisov, who was one of the stars of last year's European Championships.
Once again, Garcias very important in this move. It was Garcias who got the ball out wide. Sanchez back to him, and he couldn't quite put it into the net. But Garcias is one of those players who's easy to forget about. He's a nondescript type of player, and yet you'll find he is so busy. He has the ball now, and he will be out there for just about the entire 40 minutes. A very important member of this Argentina side.
Garcias on the ball at the moment. Russia at the moment with the bulk of the possession, but Argentina here starting to grow in confidence, having got that early goal. Knocking the ball around nicely. Pedro now. Forward by Guinistaro. And another chance. And a magnificent save by Denisov. What a recovery that was by the goalkeeper. Ball just skimming off Markin's forehead. But more warning signs for Russia. Delightful play here. And the ball could have just gone about anywhere, and he did get a hand to it. Great save by Denisov.
Yes, we've seen some wonderful goalkeeping in this tournament. That was exceptional work by Denisov. Whether it was heading for the net or not remains to be seen.
Planas shrugging aside the challenge there from ЄРÖМЕНКO. Russia now ready to make 3 changes, 4 changes in fact. 4 substitutes on now for Russia. Denisov, the goalkeeper, the only one who stayed on.
And yet those substitutions are back virtually with the starting 5 again. So they do swing their players around quickly.
Agafonov there with the opportunity to test Gaysander, the Argentinian goalkeeper. Pedro, now Monaco. Forward by Pedro. Wasn't a particularly good first touch by Tagliaferro. Agafonov, surging run forward by Agafonov. And that was a good shot, great save as well by Gaysander. Got down quickly. Goalkeeper was a little bit exposed there. Agafonov's pace took him clear. Agafonov, and the shot this time lacked the accuracy of the first one. A terrific surge of pace by Denis Agafonov. Scored once already in these championships.
And
nice save.
Very good save, just smacking the ball down. It had plenty on it.
Kachchuk. Bilai couldn't quite turn the pass into Kachchuk's path. Russia have the kick in. Russia with an impressive record in futsal. They were 3rd in Spain in '96. They also went to the championships in '92. Of course, the weather in Russia means that there is a healthy indoor scene. Women also have their own championships. The dominant force are the Dino Moscow club, 7 times champions of Russia.
Yes, they're a very experienced side too, with 6 members of the '96 team here, and from the team that won the European Championships in that thrilling penalty shootout over Spain last year, 11 members of the team are here, so that gives them vast experience.
Experienced and also very economical. One of the coaches with the Dutch squad was telling me yesterday that they tend to be very economical in their work. They will win a game, know it's secure, and then just stop playing in effect. They just do enough. But here they've got a lot of work to do against Argentina. Russia trail by 1-0. Esteban Gonzalez, the goal scorer. Monaco. More changes by the Russians. Here we go again. 4 off. 4 fresh pairs of legs come on. Immediately Markin is pushed up front. ԵРӨＭЕNKO on the ball. Vereshnikov. Alek Berov. Vereshnikov again. Sharp passing movements from the Russians. Alek Berov. Hoisted forward this time by єРØМЕНКO. Of course, in futsal, the ball is allowed to go above head height, unlike the old style of five-a-side. FIFA trying to make futsal the indoor game throughout the world. It's a very popular game in South America, Southern Europe, and of course in Russia. Zigura. Monaco just squaring the ball out. There's a good exchange of passes here. Tagliaferro had got well forward there. He was a bit frustrated that Zigura didn't find him with a follow-up pass. Argentina creating some neat triangles, all working hard for each other, all trying to take the ball forward, all comfortable on the ball. Russia looking very busy into the second half of the first half. It's been an absorbing start. Here's єРØМЕНКO. Alek Berov. Now Vereshnikov. Markin with nowhere to go. Needs some help. It's arriving now from Vereshnikov. єРØМЕНKO confronted this time by Monaco. Clever turn by єРØМЕНKO. Just couldn't quite release Vereshnikov. It's been good to watch though, Mike.
Yes, and he's quite a player, isn't he? єРØМЕНКO, 30 years of age. He's scored in each of the games so far, and that remarkable, that prolific scoring record, 119. It's almost 2 a match. I mean, I was mentioning Paulo Roberto for Spain yesterday, scoring at virtually 1 a game over 38 matches, but nearly 2 per match. It's quite staggering by єРØМЕNKO.
єRØMENKO with a phenomenal record. He scored 6 in a game against Moldova once. That was a game which the Russians won 31-0 in qualifying for the World Championships 4 years ago. But it's Argentina who are attacking here and come close yet again. Gonzalez with the shot into the side netting. Perhaps he would have been better off there picking out Garcias, who was making a run straight through the middle and making the run unchallenged. There's always the chance of catching the goalkeeper out if the element of surprise is used, but it's very even. Russia and Argentina 5 attempts on goal each, and the Russians have an attempt on goal here. Brilliant save again by Gasander. Really was a terrific stop there to deny Kupetskov. Well, Kupetskov hasn't featured all that much in this first half, but then he was well forward, and it was a great stop by Gasander, the Argentinian goalkeeper, who, like so many of the keepers in these championships, is having an inspired afternoon. We've seen some exceptional outfield play. We've also seen some exceptional goalkeeping. Here come Russia again. Argentina, though, prepared to get players between the ball and their goalkeeper. Tried a bit too much there, and it could well open the Argentinian defence up. Well, look at that from Carlos Sanchez. Terrific skill on the ball by Carlos Sanchez. Great turn by Gonzalez. Here come Russia again. Katstjuk. Now Kupetskov, who was denied just moments ago by the brilliance of Javier Gasander. And what terrific skill here. Wonderful work by Carlos Sanchez. Lost the ball in the end, but he was back quickly to recover the situation for Argentina. Katstjuk now for Russia. solid block there to deny Agafonov. Agafonov, now Katschuk. Second chance for Agafonov to try and create something. Argentina well drilled. Their coach Jose Laranga has got them well organised. They've obviously learned a bit from watching the 3 opening games for Russia. Shot there from Kuzbetskov, which was wide. The Russians have decided to call a timeout. 1 timeout each. I beg your pardon, it was Argentina who called the timeout.
But I think Argentina would be well pleased with this situation. The Russians, the top side in Group C. They've had wins over Croatia, Costa Rica and Australia, and Argentina wins over Iran and Cuba. And as I mentioned, that very impressive performance against Spain. Spain have shown that they are going to be very hard to beat. It's going to be a wonderful matchup when at some stage, and let's hope it is the final, we see Spain up against Brazil. But Spain held goalless for a lot of the match by Argentina, and it was only right at the end that Spain were able to get 1 goal. Then there was the power play, the attempted goal from Argentina when it was Sanchez who was the man who became the goalkeeper as, in effect, the fit field player, and they cost themselves a couple of late goals. So 3-0 the result. Until the last moment, it was 1-0, and that is fine performance.
Yes, Argentina haven't given much away during these championships. They struggled early on against Iran. They actually trailed to Iran, but then scored 2 in a minute to win that one 2-1. Then they beat Cuba 8-1. And as Mike has just said, when confronted by Spain, arguably the best team in Europe, even though Russia are the European champions, they just buckled at the very end. Now we've got a yellow card here. Petskov is cautioned. Mop is being called for as well. There's some moisture on the surface of the pitch. All the cautions picked up by players in the first stage of the competition have been wiped out. But of course, if a player is cautioned in 2 successive games, he will then be suspended. If he gets 2 yellows in the same match, he's sent off. And in futsal, that means that the team is reduced to 4 men for 2 minutes or until the opposition score a goal. Carlos Sanchez. Planes. Another chance for Planes. Foul there by Planes, who hacked away Kupetskov's legs. He suggests what is the fuss all about. And surprise, surprise, the Russians have decided to make 4 substitutions. It's an interesting tactic, but it shows just how they can play together, doesn't it, Mike? The fact that they can make all these switches, but the movement and the fluency of the play is maintained.
They've been using this tactic for some time. They were renowned for using it in '96. Chance!
Oh, great chance. Woeful miss, though, by Mikael Markin. He should have buried it. Really should have buried it. But 2 goals in the championship so far, and that should have been the 3rd. Just jabbed his foot out of the ball. Jabbed it the wrong side of the post. But Russia will take encouragement from that. Monaco now for Argentina. Tenacious work by Markin, who made that terrible error when well placed to maybe get the equalising goal. ЄРÖMENKO. Alec Berov. Markin. ЄRÖMENKO. Lovely skills there by ЄRÖMENKO. Gonzalez playing that holding role at the moment, just in front of the back line. Gonzalez has made An impressive contribution. He's got the opening goal as well for Argentina, but a chance here for Russia. Planas, who scooped the ball to safety. Russia have a corner, but ԵРӨＭЕNKO beginning to get into his stride. He's brushed aside the challenge, and it's ЄRÖMENKO on the ball at the moment. Here he is again. Pedro making the angle for him out wide. Marking now. Varishnikov, the skipper, obstructed. Carlos Sanchez blocking Varishnikov's path forward. That was an indirect free kick. The foul count at the moment is 3 against Russia, 2 against Argentina. And here come Argentina again. Solid block there by Pedro. Planas. Garcias. Chance for Garcias. Varishnikov stood firm. Cleverly done. Another good block. But here come Argentina again. Great interchange there between Garcias and Monaco on the edge of the D. On to ЄРÖMЕNKO. A chance here now for Russia. Oh, the ball just skidded away from him. Well, you don't expect a player of that quality to give the ball away so easily. But here come Russia once more with the skipper Varishnikov. 2 up in support here. And again, they've been denied, the Russians. Great recovery by Hernan Garcias. Everybody in this Argentinian side now working for each other. They've got the advantage, they've got the initiative. Now, against the European champions, they know they need to hang on to it.
Well, Russia have had so much more possession, but they really have to work hard to create some scoring opportunities, and these contrasting styles. You see Argentina, when they do get the ball, race the ball down the field, and invariably Garcias is a member of that fast break.
Malushev. Great work by Malushev. Wonderful skill there by Malushev, twisting and turning, and now setting up Agafonov. That was a foul. Gonzalez with a look of disgust. Kachchuk over the free kick here for Russia. 2 ready to make their move on the edge of the D. Bilai and Agafonov. There's Sander, the goalkeeper, issuing the instructions. And that could have flown anywhere. Rattled against Malushev in the end, and it's Argentina now will break quickly. And there was an arm being swept out by Kachchuk. Surely will be spoken to about that. 1 or 2 of the challenges getting a bit fractious. The Russians getting impatient. Bit of niggle there between Kachchuk and Esteban Gonzalez. Gonzalez, who has given Argentina the lead. Incisive break forward by Russia. They've got an extra man here. Bilai! It's a great chance. Surging run forward there by Malushev. And there was Bilai coming in unmarked to hammer the ball over the top of the crossbar. Game has opened up. Russia playing with plenty of enterprise. Agafonov there just unable to get the better of the exchange there with Planas, who's still feeling his right rib cage. He was injured when setting up the opening goal for Gonzalez, and he's very uncomfortable, and he's now gone off to receive some extra attention. Bilai tripped. And that will be a yellow card. Ivan Novak, the referee's patience has been tested once too often. Gonzalez sees yellow.
And he can be grateful that the slate has been wiped clean, because that in fact is his 2nd yellow of the tournament.
Agafonov. I mentioned earlier, of course, that cautions in the first phase of the competition are not carried forward. So Gonzalez is on one caution. If he gets another, though, in these championships, he will miss again. And Bilal has scored! Arkady Bilal has got the equalising goal for Russia. Well, we picked him out before the start as being one of the most nimble performers in this Russian side. He didn't know a great deal of that. Agafonov it was who shaped to shoot and did get the shot in. And Bilal there just making a nuisance of himself really inside the D. Did enough to deceive Gaysander, the goalkeeper, and to grab the equalising goal now for Russia.
And once again, it's this fascinating matchup that we spoke about. Gonzalez against Bilal, and they're the two scorers.
What will the response be now from Argentina? Argentina so well organised in defence during this first half after taking that early lead. Russia now with the impetus. Can they take it on? Here's ԵРÖMENKO. ԵRÖMENKO surging run, and it produced a save from Gaysander, the goalkeeper, not taking any chances. Bilal taking a well-earned rest, his second goal at Futsal 2000, the goal which has given Russia the equaliser. YERÖMENKO. Forced back this time. Russia have chance to reassess, and that was a terrific clearance there by Denisov. A minute and a half of the first half remaining. YERÖMENKO. Pass was intercepted by Gonzalez. Argentina have the kick in. Sanchez was lucky to get away with it. Oh, fantastic save there by Denisov. What a recovery by Denisov. Superb reaction save. Sanchez seemed to have done too much then, but he was able to wriggle free. Got away from YERÖMENKO, got away from the second challenge, and that was a great stop. He just jabbed the ball forward then, close to the goalkeeper. It wasn't easy for him. It was so close that he had to get down so quickly and make the save. That was very impressive. Gonzalez. Talafero. Chance wasted. Well, we're into the final minute of the first half. This is the equalising goal for the Russians. Agafonov's shot deflected in by Arkady Bilal. Your impressions of the first half, Mike?
Well, it's been very even, hasn't it? Now that Russia have got the equaliser, you start to think that, well, they are the better side because they have had more of the possession, they've had more opportunities, but they were finding it very difficult to get some scoring opportunities. Argentina, the quicker side, but confidence growing for Russia.
Russia very, very fluent at the moment. Alec Berov just scooping the ball up towards YERÖMENKO. Just be time for this kick in, and then the timekeeper will announce that the first half has come to a close. The hooter blows. It's been an impressive first half, an enjoyable first half. Esteban Gonzalez gave Argentina the lead, but Russia, the European champions, came back with a fortunate equaliser scored by Arkady Bilal. And here in El Domo, in the first game in Group A in the second phase, it's Russia 1, Argentina 1.
And it has been a fascinating first half, as you mentioned. And it is those quick players in the mid-pitch who really are doing all the damage. Russia, 16 attempts, 10 of them on target. Argentina, 80% of their shots on target. And of course, they've both scored a goal. But look at the possession statistic there. Russia with 58%, much more than Argentina.
And at half-time, it's still 1-1. Welcome back from me, Tony Jones, alongside Mike McCann, watching the Group E fixture between Russia and Argentina. It's 1-1 at half-time. Gonzalez having given Argentina the lead, and Bilai equalising for Russia. In the second half here, it's Argentina who are trying to make a positive opening, attacking from left to right in the blue shirts and blue shorts. And there were very, very encouraging signs for Argentina in the early part of the first half. Russia, though, started to get their act together as we got towards half-time.
Dangerous moment. First up, Gonzalez lurking. So much hanging on this match. I really feel it could decide which team goes through to the semi-finals from Group E.
Also in this group, Brazil and Egypt, who play here in El Domo later this afternoon. Stadium is rapidly filling. Great expectation here about the appearance of Brazil, who hammered Guatemala by 29 goals to 2 in their final game in the first phase. That is a record for the closing stages of a FIFA competition, but Russia will also point to a 31-0 success they had over Moldova in qualifying for the last World Championships. Russia were less adventurous in their qualifying for these championships. They beat Poland 2-1, Belgium 1-0, Latvia 3-0, and then Macedonia 10-0. Argentina, runners-up in South America, beaten 6-0 by Brazil. Kachchuk now for Russia. Is Malushev. Now Agafonov. Lovely turn of foot there by Malushev. Bilai, the goal scorer. There's a suspicion of handball there, but Carlos Santos has got away with it. It was right in front of Ivan Novak, the official from Croatia. Two referees, of course, in futsal. Daiba of Senegal is the other one, and it's Daiba there who's just having a word with Hernan Garcias, who committed that last foul. One foul against Argentina now in this second half. 6, and they concede a penalty from the 10-meter mark. Agafonov. Bilai. Kachchuk. Agafonov well forward here. It's a nice move, didn't quite come off for them though.
These sides have met only once before. Russia have played 78 internationals, and only once have they met Argentina. That was back in 1996. That was a 2-all draw. And by the way things are going here, it seems nothing much has changed in 4 years.
It is very tight, but there was very nearly an opening there for Esteban Gonzalez. Markin, who missed the attempted clearance. Markin, who also missed a very good chance for Russia in the first half. Shooting wide from close in. ЄРÖМЕНКO now, the real force of the game in Russia. That was hammered into the side netting. Varishnikov. Well, a great chance for Russia. Goalkeeper was deceived there. It was a pass by ЄRÖMENKO, and Varishnikov had got in behind the defence.
When you think about the opportunities, although it's 1-all, as Planas has it now, an opportunity for Argentina, but when you think about those scoring opportunities, it has been Russia. Markham missed one that he really should have put into the net, and that one from Varishnikov, he'd be disappointed with that as well. So Russia could easily have been a couple of goals up.
That's not to say that Argentina haven't had their chances. Oleg Denisov, the Russian goalkeeper, has made a couple of good saves. Leandro Planas. Garcias. And Carlos Sanchez. Planas. Oh, that could have just flown in off Gonzalez's head. He was really storming in there to try and get in on the end of the cross shot from Planas. Teams do like to do that. They do like to throw bodies into the penalty D whenever someone has a shot from outside, because of course there can always be a deflection, and it's often the deflection which deceives the goalkeeper. That was a good shot there by ЄРÖМЕНКO, and a good save as well by Gaysander. ЄRÖMENKO, the leading scorer in Russian futsal, hasn't made too much of an impression in this game, but he only needs a glimmer of goal to create something, it seems. But that was a poor pass by ЄRÖMENKO, and there's an opportunity here for Argentina to break quickly. Russia regroup though, and it's Arbitr who's able to get the foot in to deny Hernan Garcias.
Garcias really didn't have anywhere to go. No support until it was too late.
ЄRÖMENKO, good running by Markin, vital interception by Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the charge forward here for Argentina. Good work by Gonzalez, done well to create an opening for himself. But then a misunderstanding between Gonzalez and Hernan Garcias. But a very, very powerful run by Esteban Gonzalez, really starting to boss the midfield areas here for Argentina. He scored their goal. He's been by far their most impressive player, Mike.
Yes, he has been right throughout the tournament. Very talented player.
Another sloppy pass by ЄRÖMENKO. And that was another bad pass by Planas. Well, it's been a bit cagey in this second half. 1-1 now. Both these teams only too aware that there's so much at stake. We had the 200th goal in futsal yesterday in this futsal championships. We've seen Brazil score 29 of them in one game, but the second phase much closer. The top 8 teams, and 8 teams who are there by right. Now it's getting serious. The quality of the football or futsal is getting better. Nobody wants to take any chances. It's going to be the players who've got the most ability, the ones who are capable of creating something special, who will now start to make their mark.
It gets back to what I mentioned a few moments ago. Unless Egypt come out and surprise us with their abilities, and perhaps they will, but I really feel that this is the match that will decide who goes through with Brazil. There seems little doubt that such is the quality of that Brazilian side, they would go through. It'd be a major surprise if they didn't, but you would think that the winner of this match will have a big chance of joining them. Probably the most important match of the whole Group E when you think about it.
It's much the same story yesterday when Portugal defeated the Dutch in Group F. That group, of course, also containing Spain, who were beaten finalists back in '96. But here we're watching Group A. We're watching Argentina against Russia. Beeline. That was a hefty challenge there by Carlos Sanchez, who's allowed to go on. Now it's getting a little bit fractious again. Hefty challenge by Carlos Sanchez. Good work by Gonzalez. So strong in there, Gonzalez. Catch took across to get the foot in. The Russians there had 3 back on the edge of their D. Gonzalez suggesting that he wants to take a bit of a breather, inviting a substitution. That will be a corner kick. The shot was deflected off Beeline. Denisov on his toes, just offering encouragement to his teammates, trying to maintain their concentration.
And Gonzalez will get his wish. He's having a quick break, and it's the skipper, Magarelli, who's gone on for the first time. Magarelli,
only 26, one of the 6 survivors in this Argentinian squad from the squad which went to the championships in 1996. Arbitr. Shuchko. Now Markin. Chuganov. Shuchko. Didn't quite work out there for Russia and for Arbitr, who did well to try and create an opening there. Arbitr, like ЄРÖMENKO, a prolific goal scorer in futsal. Neither though on the score sheet in this game. Bilai has got the goal for Russia after Gonzalez has put Argentina in front. Here's Markin, two ahead of him, Chuganov and Shuchka. Here is Shuchka. Solid challenge there by Carlos Sanchez. YERÖMENKO back out for Russia. It's YERÖMENKO now prepared to take on Planas and to try and get away from Planas. Oh, fantastic goal by Markin! He missed an easy chance in the first half, but he made absolutely sure then. YERÖMENKO the creator this time, just teasing away past Plandas. And there was Markin inside the D to apply the finish. It's his third goal in these championships, and it's the goal which has now given Russia the lead. They trailed 1-0, now they lead 2-1.
And what great work this was by YERÖMENKO, just on the inside of the foot, squaring the ball up, and waiting there was Markham. No urgency in the build-up by any means, but how effective that was by YERÖMENKO. He goes down with the assist, and Markham gets the goal.
Russia lead by 2-1. Just over 12.5 minutes remain. Don't forget, in futsal there are 2 halves of 20 minutes. Comfortable catch for Denisov. Markin on the mark for Russia. Be intriguing to see now what approach Russia will take. They have a habit of nosing in front in their games and then just hanging on to it. Will they do much the same here? They can't surrender too much possession to Argentina. But what a player YERÖMENKO is. Look at this lovely close control. Reverse angle of the goal. This did well to get to the byline. He just had enough pace to hold off Planas. And that was a delightful finish by Mikael Markin. Sanchez. Oh, he's been dispossessed by Alec Berov. YERÖMENKO is across field and in a good position to take advantage. But Alec Berov's pass was just clipped against Margarelli, the skipper who's recently come on here for Argentina.
Notice out there too, it's the youngest player in this Argentina side. Planas is there. He's a 24-year-old who plays in Italy, one of the 7 who play in the Italian league. But also out there is the number 13, Fernando Willem. He's just 18 years of age, one of the youngest players in the tournament. He hasn't had much time on the pitch throughout the championship, but clearly a player of the future.
Terrific long ball, great skill by Bilai. And another opportunity here for Russia. Malyshev had to check and come back inside. There was good covering there by the youngster, and there's an opening here for Argentina. Sanchez, he's got 2 up in support. What a great recovery that was by Katschuk. But they're really going for this now, Russia. Fabulous teamwork there. Monaco across to take the corner. Planas. Yosi. The ball just bobbled out of play off Monaco. Another kick in for Argentina. Agafonov. Katschuk, Bilai got clattered there. That will be a foul to Russia. Willem coming in from behind. Fernando Willem, as Mike has just said, is just 18 years of age. Plays for the Glorias club. A shot ticking off there from Ivan Novak, the senior official from Croatia. Foul count now in the second half is none for Russia, 3 for Argentina.
We speak about the youth of Willem, at just 18 years of age, and overall the average age 23 and 6 months for Argentina. Much younger than Russia. Russia have 7 players in their 30s, so much more experience. The oldest player for Argentina is Monaco, and he's 30. So certainly youth on the side of Argentina. They will have fresh legs as this match goes on, but they are down a goal at the moment.
And the slip there by Willem, the 18-year-old, has surrendered possession to Russia. Agafonov. Beeline tried to be a bit too clever. Monaco now, and he's given the ball away too. Malyshev just hanging back there, waiting for good support, and he's got some good support now, and that was a great save by Gaysander. Terrific recovery by the goalkeeper, who's ventured forward right to the halfway line.
And this may happen more and more. If it's still only a goal, the difference in another 5 minutes, we may see Gaysander spending a lot of time out of his own goal. So they search for that equaliser.
Markin, score of the second goal for Russia. Here he is again. Terrific running forward by Markin. And that was an important interception by Willem. And here come Argentina. Planas on the ball. Now Monaco. Stosy also prominent in attack. Here's Stosy again. Well, suddenly Argentina losing a lot of their early shape. They were very impressive in the first half of the opening 20 minutes. But now it's Russia who are playing with more confidence, raising the tempo, playing almost with an arrogance at times. They lead by 2-1. This is a very, very tight group. Brazil are also in it. They're expected to make progress into the semi-finals. Egypt, Africa's only representatives, are in the group. They were impressive during the first phase. Russia, 3 wins in their opening matches. Argentina beaten just once by Spain. Monaco there backing into Markin. Russia have the free kick, but they've given the ball away rather easily. Tagliaferro, strong run by Tagliaferro. Just overran it in the end.
I think what we're seeing too is much more depth in this Russian side than it is for Argentina. We've got Jimenez out there now with the ball for Argentina and has barely been out there until this moment. I think it's fair to say that as far as Argentina are concerned, there's a nucleus of maybe 8 or 9 players who spend most of the time out on the pitch. As far as Russia are concerned, though, so many more options, and there's 14 strong in the squad.
And Tagliaferro, what a dreadful challenge that was. That really was appalling. Came in from behind, and that significantly is the 5th foul for Argentina. 1 more, and they concede a penalty from the 10-metre mark.
And significantly, no fouls against Russia. So this could be a very important factor in the last 8 minutes of this match.
Tagliaferro, they really clattered into Chuganov. Chuganov, one of the smaller players in the Russian squad. Low centre of gravity, nice balance, and he was pulling away there from Tagliaferro, and it's Tagliaferro on the ball here. It's 3 against 2 for Argentina, and he snatched at his shot. Understandably, Augusto Monaco was just ahead of him, was furious. He felt there that perhaps Tagliaferro just lost his concentration a little bit. He was a bit hot-headed when he decided to shoot at goal when perhaps others were better placed. And that is the penalty kick from the 10-metre mark. There can be no doubt about that. ЄРÖМЕНКO having his legs taken away from him by Guizozi. Well, he had 1 bite, and he really bit with the second one.
And he looked very guilty too, Guizozi. Suggested that he was harshly dealt with, but he knew he'd done it.
Alec Berhoff then against Gaysander, the Argentinian goalkeeper who's played so well. referee just having a word with Tagliaferro and ЄРÖМЕНКO. A lot for Arbitr to think about here. And he's blasted the shot wide. And here come Argentina. Jimenez. Well, another golden chance for Russia. Wasn't easy though for Arbitr because there was a bit of niggling going on off the ball.
Oh, my word.
He was lucky to get away with that. I was going to say, Mike, Gasander just charging out of his penalty D. Referee was up with play and he said it was okay, and there's an opening here. And it's been denied again. Jimenez and then Augusto Monaco. Timeout has been called here by Argentina.
And it's becoming fast and furious at both ends. One would be surprised if there aren't more goals scored in this match. Argentina becoming desperate. They're becoming very adventurous in attack, but that is leaving them open in their back line as well. And it may just be that Russia ends up scoring a couple of more goals, because we will see Gasander leaving his goal. There's 7.5 minutes remaining and so much riding on this match. We see Gasander there, and he was very lucky. Now, the body was well outside his own area, the ball just inside, but the referee was right on the spot.
I think that should have been a free kick, because his feet were outside the box. That's the important consideration. Two officials on the pitch at any one time, and then neither was able to pick that up. Argentina now getting a bit desperate. Bilal. Oh, great play here by Russia. That was wonderful to watch. Bilal and Kachuk. Fabulous crossfield pass to pick out Agafonov. Agafonov once more. Kachuk. The movement from the Russians has been a joy to see. We know about the flair of the Brazilians, but in terms of organisation and the ability to move the ball around, the Russians aren't far behind. Spain with plenty of flair. The closing stages of this competition are going to be great to watch, there's no doubt about that. This is good stuff from Russia. They're getting a lot of olays from the crowd, and that was a wicked foul there by Kachuk. Tagliaferro hacked down there by Kachuk.
Significantly, the big three are about to come on for Argentina. Gonzalez, Sanchez and Planets, all three back in the action, and they will be important. It's Sanchez who's just come on to take this free kick.
Carlos Sanchez with a free kick. Augusto Monaco is standing on the goal line here. Good save. Denisov wasn't to be thrown by the presence of Monaco on his shoulder. Confident goalkeeping by Denisov, who in the European Championships final last season saved 2 penalties in the penalty shootout against Spain. Monaco. Good work by Gonzalez, trying to wriggle free, trying to create the opening. Malashev across to make the block. Gonzalez, an inspiration for Argentina in the first half. Now he needs to find a bit more spark, see if Argentina can create something a bit special in the second half. Here's the goalkeeper, Gasander, who did well there to just get the ball out towards Sanchez. Russia with a chance to regroup. There was a push there right on the edge of the D. Second foul in the second half against Russia. Monaco wants to take it quickly. Russians in no great hurry to get back. Wait for the whistle is the call. We saw a free kick taken very quickly yesterday without the whistle, and that was allowed to go rather unusually. Having said that, the quality of the refereeing in these championships has been very good. It's not easy out there for the officials. And another fine save by Denisov, recovered remarkably well. Tagliaferro denied. And another penalty here for Russia. Or is it? Yes, it is.
It's back to the 10-metre spot, and that puts the pressure right back on Argentina. And Gasander again. So Gasander not forced to make the first save as the ball was shot wide of him. ԵРӨМЕNKO, the man who has scored all those goals, is the man to take it. And Gasander is under pressure.
예РÖMENKO. Oh, back off the inside of the post. Throws his arms in the air in frustration. 2 10-metre penalties now for Russia in this second half. One was hit wide, that clipped the inside of the post. He just tried to curl it around the keeper. He beat the keeper, but the angle not quite right. It stays Russia 2, Argentina 1. The Russians have now committed 3 fouls in quick succession. Sanchez. Planas. Tagliaferro. Gonzalez just backing into the defender alongside him, marking. Oh, and that's scooped to safety somehow by Chuganov. Where Chuganov there helping his goalkeeper Denisov out. It's very, very lively. This has been great to watch. And appeals out for handball against Gonzalez. Nothing given though. And Tagliaferro has the shot deflected wide for another Argentinian corner. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Well, that could have spun anywhere. It just clipped against Chuganov's feet. And it spanned wide of the post.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Argentina coach, Jose Larranaga, makes a change with his goalkeeper over these last 5 minutes. He may well replace Gasander. He did against Spain. He put Sanchez back there in goal in a desperate move to try to get that equaliser. He may do it again.
And that's what we saw the Dutch doing yesterday when they lost 3-1 to Portugal. Replaced their normal goalkeeper with another outfield player. Planas. Here is Sanchez. Argentina now injecting more urgency into their play. Trail by 2-1. Crucial game this in Group E. Brazil in Group E. Egypt in Group E. And as Mike has already suggested, one would assume in terms of the rankings at the moment, the winner of this will go through with Brazil. On towards Chuganov. But back come Argentina with Sanchez. There's another handball well spotted by the official on the near side. ДЖИБА of Senegal. That is Iván НОВАК who's taking over all charge. And that, of course, means that there's another 10-metre penalty. The third one that Russia have had in this second half. They've missed 2. Will it be third time lucky? Baryshnikov is stepping forward. Gasander bobbing up and down on the goal line. Looks as though he's doing some additional exercises. He's trying to put Baryshnikov off. The Russian skipper here with a chance to make it 3-1, which he does! Baryshnikov succeeds where others have failed. Pedro and єРÖМЕНКO both missed from the 10-metre mark. Baryshnikov is successful. Well struck penalty. Straight above the goalkeeper, supremely confident there. Saw that the goalkeeper was coming forward and he hammered it straight at him. The keeper trying to make as big a block as possible, but coolly done by Baryshnikov. It's 3-1 to Russia.
That's going to make it very difficult for Argentina now. They won't give up attacking. Sanchez has it. Out now to Gonzalez.
Great covering by Pedro. Baryshnikov, the scorer of the third goal now for Russia. His first goal in the championships. Just over 4 minutes remain. Planas. Another opportunity for Planas. Sanchez offering the option out wide. Great turn by Gonzalez. And that is right on the very edge. Quickly taken free kick. Sanchez again. Tries to wriggle free, and in the end he can only launch the ball straight at Denisov's midriff. And that was a thunderous challenge there by Jimenez. But here come Argentina. Sanchez with the shot. Gonzalez coming in, unable to apply the finish. Timeout has been called this time by Russia. A chance for them to reassess. And what was going through Sanchez's mind then? He perhaps was in a better position to shoot. Instead, he decided to almost square the ball across to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez, who was almost on the goal line, was just not in a position to get a foot to the ball. It was an awful angle for him.
Opportunity begging as Gonzalez shakes his head. So 3-1 the scoreline. It does make it difficult for Argentina. I mentioned the possibility of a switch of goalkeepers there with a power play. 2-1, rather 2 goals down is quite different than 1 down though. So it probably will be status quo as far as Argentina are concerned. But this has been a good performance by Argentina. Nonetheless, this game is so crucial. They'll be disappointed if they can't take the points.
And there's a real buzz around the stadium. El Domo, this magnificent complex, holds 7,500. It's been gradually filling during the course of this game. And those watching have been absorbed by the game they've seen here. And there's 1 or 2 fairly hefty challenges going in there. Well, futsal is supposed to be a fast and flowing game. It's supposed to be a fair game, but there's a lot at stake here. And the Argentinians have made that switch that Mike was telling you about earlier. He's done his homework on Argentina. Now, Carlos Sanchez, the outfield player, is wearing a goalkeeper's shirt, and it's all or nothing from Argentina. Here's Carlos Sanchez. Now Planas. Their goal is unguarded. Planas there, put under pressure. Russia have the kick in.
Well, that move's not surprising, but as I mentioned, 1 goal down, you expect it. 2 goals down, that is taking a bit of a gamble, I suppose.
They've got to gamble. Less than 4 minutes remain. Somehow Sanchez got away with that, and he was unhappy. He felt that action should have been taken against Agafonov. Collision there between the Russian Agafonov and Carlos Sanchez, who's wearing the goalkeeping shirt, but he's acting as an outfield player. But here come Russia. Surging run forward by Malashat. And what a reckless challenge that was. Well, the Argentinians just losing their discipline. Crazy challenge by Planas. Desperate challenge. And they've conceded their 4th penalty from the 10-meter mark. Well, it was reckless, absolutely reckless. Lost his composure altogether. I mean, he was being taken wide there. But now there's another chance for Varishnikov, who's already scored from this 10-meter mark, to put the ball beyond Gaysander yet again. Gaysander, the normal goalkeeper, is back between the posts. Where will Varishnikov put this one? Different place, same effect. It's 4 now to Russia. It's 2 from the spot for Varishnikov. Really deceived the goalkeeper. Clever play by Varishnikov there. He beat Gaysander with the first one by hammering it at the goalkeeper's head, and then he just placed it straight between his legs. Cheekily done, and no more than Russia deserve. Argentina paying the price now for their indiscipline.
And it's not surprising that Russia have been able to add some goals. 4-1 now. The game has opened up, and that's because of the risks that Argentina have been forced to take in trying to catch up. Initially 1 goal, but now it's nigh on impossible. Just under 3 minutes remaining, and they trail by 3.
There's another debate going on the edge of the D, because there's been some shirt tugging going on, a few accusing fingers being pointed. Sanchez has given the ball away. Oh, he did well to recover. Well, Sanchez there just got enough of his head on the ball. He was well outside his area, because he couldn't handle out there. But Alec Berov using some smart thinking to try and chip the goalkeeper. Or should I say, the outfield player currently wearing the goalkeeper's shirt. Now he can handle. Whoa. And they've given the ball away. Jimenez there trying to get back to recover. Russia, though, have the corner kick. Alec Berov over it. ԵРӨՄԵNKO. Varishnikov well forward here for Russia. YERÖMENKO, who's normally a front player in the more withdrawn role. Here is Varishnikov. YERÖMENKO now marking. Alec Berov, YERÖMENKO. It's looking good for Russia. More confident work by Sanchez. Here he is again. Oh, terrific. Magnificent stuff from Sanchez. And what a block that was by Denisov. Great block by Denisov. Fantastic skill by Sanchez. What a run that was. And Willem eventually with a shot that was saved by Denisov. Well, they're doing everything to try and get back in this game and to try and get a goal now, the Argentinians. And that wasn't too far away from YERÖMENKO, aware that, again, Sanchez had ventured too far forward. But they've got to come forward now, Argentina. Oh, that was a ridiculous challenge. Ridiculous challenge by Willem. Another penalty from the 10-meter mark. There is just no excuse for this. 10 fouls committed in the second half.
And that's normally the sign of inexperience, losing composure. It has been a vastly improved performance by Argentina from the side that competed at the World Championships in Spain. But still they are falling down in the important moments.
So, a chance for Varishnikov to complete his hat-trick. A hat-trick of penalties. And this time he's blasted wide. 3 misses for Russia now from the 10-meter mark. 2 goals though for Varishnikov.
Sanchez, incidentally, is back as a field player now. He's out there with number 5. No goalkeeping strip. It's Gesande who's back in goal.
And here is Gesande. Planas to take the ball forward for Argentina. A minute remains.
When you think about Gesande now.
Oh, he's given the ball away. Surely there's a chance for another one. Oh, penalty. Has to be a penalty. Malushev dragged to the ground. It was wonderful skill from Malushev. And he's been sent off. Gesande is dismissed. The challenge worthy of a red card. Javier Gesande is off. And for the final moments of this game, Argentina reduced to 4 men. Mandeo will come on. His first job will be to face a penalty. And don't forget that this one is from the shorter mark, ahead of the 10-meter mark. It's on the edge of the D. This is the challenge which saw Malushev's legs dragged from under him. YERÖMENKO then to take the penalty. Oh, fantastic save! Wonderful goalkeeping by Jose Mandeo, only 22. His first contribution to this game to deny YERÖMENKO.
I think it's his first contribution to the whole tournament. I haven't seen him until now. Wonderful effort.
Got more work to do here. Russia won't be denied. Malushev won't be denied. It's 5.
Real confusion for Argentina now. It was desperation time with about 5 minutes to go, and Russia have been able to take full advantage, goal after goal.
Here they come again with Malushev. Russia 5, Argentina 1. What a start we've had to Group E. Coming up, Brazil and Egypt. There's a real vibrancy in this stadium now. Argentina have paid the price for being reckless, and they've been punished again. What a fabulous finish by Katschuk. Oh, that was a great goal by Katschuk. It's been one-way traffic.
Futsal is a game of 40 minutes. It's easy to look at the scoreline and say Argentina don't deserve this. They really have performed much better than 6-1, but really, they have only played 35 minutes.
Planas, tired pass by Planas. Russia have the kick in. 15 seconds remain.
In fact, I speak about 35 minutes, you know, 4 goals have been scored since then, since that time. The first goal for Russia in the 17th, the second in the 27th, and 4 goals. It could be another.
And it's YERÖMENKO who completes the route. Just 1.2 seconds left on the clock. YERÖMENKO on target for Russia. He could turn out to be the player of the tournament. A prolific goal scorer. There was always a danger that he would end this game without finding the target. He had his chances. And it's Russia 7, Argentina 1. And the hooter blows. A magnificent start to Group E for Russia, the European champions. Argentina pay the price for their indiscipline. They committed far too many fouls. They were punished from the 10-meter mark. Twice Vereshnikov scored. They had their goalkeeper Gaysander sent off, and although YERÖMENKO had a penalty from the edge of the D saved, he completed the route for the Russians. A very, very impressive performance indeed. These closing stages of the championship promise to be fantastic. It's been a fantastic display from Russia. Warm applause around the stadium, and here in Group E, it's finished Russia 7, Argentina 1.
And it just does show how you can be punished in this game of futsal. It's such an exciting game, such a quick scoring game. And 2-1 it was after 30.